Hello and welcome to Corporate Review. I'm Lauren Royston, Economic Development Director for the City of Novi. And today we are at one of our favorite educational institutions here in Novi, the Art Institute. And joining me is the president of the Art Institute Novi campus, Tony Amato. Thank you so much for having us here today. How are you?
Oh, great. Thanks, Lauren, for featuring us. This is fantastic.
So the reason we like to come into the schools and the businesses here in Novi is to learn more about the school and find out the type of programs you offer, the type of students that come through here, and the types of partnerships you have with the community. So if that's not, if I'm not asking too much of you today,
no, that's
I would
great.
love if you share some of that information.
Sure. The Art Institute of Michigan Novi location, it began in October of 2007. We're going into our 8th year now here in the city of Novi. We've had great partnerships with the city and the business community, especially through our bistro and open houses, and we have a lot of community events that we do and that we attend, including chamber events and everything else. Our school consists, right now, we approximately have about 650 students in our school. It's pretty evenly split, male and female. Certain programs will have more, certain programs will have less. Obviously our fashion program always seems like it attracts a few more females than it does the males, but that seems to be growing, on the male side.
Right. So you mentioned the fashion program. What are the programs that are offered here at Art Institute?
Well, thank you. That's one of our programs that obviously is one of our growing ones. We also have audio production. We have media arts and animation. We have digital photography. We have graphic design. We have interior design. We have web design. We have an outstanding international culinary program. I'm trying to think now if I've left anything out.
It's almost all things for the arts and the creative.
It is an art college,
yes.
And we pride ourselves here to deliver not only that quality experience that the students get and the quality education. That really kind of gets blown up into our portfolio show, because our students, they come in, whether it's for an associate degree, whether it's for a bachelor degree, they're going to participate in a quarterly portfolio show that we do. And that gets featured and grown every single quarter by our career service director, Shannon Delecki. She does an outstanding job with our students, pre-setting them up before they even get to the point of earning their degree, with resume writing, mock portfolio presentation before the show, mock interviewing. So they're prepared to go out into the business community and sell what they know. Students' advantage at an art college is you build your portfolio so you're the walking portfolio when you leave, if that makes any sense to you.
Yes, it makes all the sense. I've had the opportunity to attend a portfolio event here, and I was so impressed with the level of professionalism and pride that was exhibited by the students that wanted to showcase their artwork and let you know that they were very proud of the work and their accomplishments that they made, and that they were ready for that professional world.
The portfolio show really helps them set the next stage for their step, which is going out and working full-time. It helps Shannon out tremendously because they're so exposed to employers that come to our schools, visit the campus, have been part of the campus, and we have employers that go back 4 or 5 years that continually come back and hire from us, which is fantastic.
So part of the portfolio show, you have employers that come here to view the students' showcases in their work?
Actually, we have a lot of business people that come through the doors in addition to employers themselves that hire from us. This last portfolio show, she set the bar so high for herself and that department that they broke a record, and they had over 35 employers that attended just this show, this past show. So that's every quarter. So that's really kind of the benchmark, in my opinion, for our students here. Gives them the opportunity to really show what they've learned and what they know.
That's Excellent.
Yeah.
And you mentioned all of the programs that you had. Now, what type of institution is the Art Institute? I mean, is it a degree granting institute?
Yes.
What kind of credential can students that come to Art Institute sign up for? What can they receive once they've completed a program?
Well, our students here, first of all, the Art Institute of Michigan is one of 51 art institutes. There's 50 in the United States. We have a sister campus in Troy, so there's actually 2 campuses here in Michigan. But and one in Vancouver, Canada. That's their 51st. That's their 51.
Okay.
So we do have an international campus still. But we're accredited through North Central Association. So we, because we are, with our accreditation as a regional accreditation, we provide opportunities for associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and in our culinary program, we do have some diploma programs too for students that just want to get in and get out within, a year to 15 months.
Excellent. There's so much to learn in just a short amount of time. So I can't wait to walk through the school and learn more about the different areas and the different programs. So where should we head to first?
We could go up to the 2nd floor and we can go look at some of our computer labs because the technology is fabulous.
Excellent.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Okay, we have made it to the 2nd floor and now we're in one of the labs here at Art Institute. So Tony, what happens here in this lab?
Well, this is one of several labs that we have in the building. These labs are utilized. They're either PC labs or they're Mac labs. And students utilize these to learn their craft and to work on their projects. So what will happen here, Lauren, is they're going to work on the software for their projects that pertain to their major. There's a lot of graphic design labs. We have some that are set up strictly for the animation students. We have some that are web design. Many of them are multi-use labs. So different types of classes for any of those majors can come in and use some of the same labs. This is where they create, going back to the portfolio show, when they finish those projects, those end results go into their portfolio.
Yes, but most of the technology-based programs and students utilize.
Correct. Obviously, as we walk by the bistro later on, we're going to see some of the kitchens, and we'll go right by and shoot some of the kitchens and see the kitchen. That's where all the culinary students work. That's their lab.
Okay.
And these labs obviously are used by their students. Now, the nice thing about our labs, and we have a lab policy, which is an open lab policy. So if a student wants to work on their work, they can come into the lab while the class is going on. If they're quiet, they can go find an open computer, put in their jump drive, pull up their project, and work on it. So it's really kind of a multi-use facility room on any of the students.
And they have all the latest technology and software that they need to execute their assignments.
Right. Yeah, we use the Adobe, Cloud, which gives them 12 different programs, and those are used by several of the classes. Again, a lot of times they'll be used by the graphic design and web designers and interior designers, and then you have the Autodesk, which is Maya, which is used by all of the animators. So all the latest and greatest software is here.
Well, that is certainly great news. I love to hear about this wonderful lab here, but I also heard that you have was it an audio studio that's quite amazing here?
The audio studio is fabulous. You want to go see that next?
I'm ready to go see that.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
We are now in the studio here at Art Institute, and I am ready for my big break. I just feel the surge of being a sound engineer or an aspiring artist in this room. So tell me, what happens here in this phenomenal studio?
This is our fastest growing program right now, next to outside of the culinary program, is our audio production degree. Students are here learning exactly what you just said, to be sound engineers, to be aspiring artists, to be writers or editors or mixing artists, and it gets a lot of usage, and it's just a fabulous room. It was added here a couple of years ago. It's been growing great. We actually are scheduled to get our first group of grads in the next 9 months, which we're pretty excited about. So we have two pieces of it. We have obviously the production side right here, or the post-production side, and then we have on the other side over there is where all the recordings take place. So we have the mics, we have instruments back there, we have a soundproof area back through here where singers can go in, or if you're doing readings or whatever, that's all through there. That's all soundproof. Everything is soundproof and insulated. So a lot takes place. Actually, lately we've had so much activity in call volume from the outside that we have bands, local bands, we have local singing groups that want to come in and rent. So it's gotten so huge that I'm actually working now. We're working with our corporate group to get a standardized contract for people, and I think we'll probably start leasing this out on weekends.
That sounds like a good. You have state-of-the-art equipment here. It's a new, nicely equipped facility right here, and it's a really good size. This is the size of looks like a typical recording studio at any record company.
Yeah, we really love this one. This really shows well at our campus, and now that we have our advanced students utilizing this, it's really fabulous to kind of just take a glance from the outside and watch when it's in session. There's an in-session light that'll go on, so if our admissions people are giving tours down the hall, they know not to come in when it's in session. So, but boy, they can really see what's going on and what's happening. You always have people on both sides, and everybody's in here just working feverishly. It's great. This is one of those where you work extremely hard, but it's one of those fun degrees.
Wow, yeah. And like I said, the size is pretty impressive. So it's got to be a highlight of this facility. So many things in this particular facility. Like, what size is this building?
Well, we have two buildings, but this building that is our student-centered building, which is where all the classrooms are. It's over 30,000 square feet.
Wow.
We also have some square footage still across the parking lot in Building B, but that's used for administrative. So we have our admissions group is still over there, and our student finance service group is still over there too.
So you guys have a pretty good presence here in Novi, having the two facilities, your student building that we're in right now, and then your administrative offices in the building across the way. That's really good. We're so happy to have you here in Novi.
Thank you.
Now, I know this isn't, even though I'm so impressed with this room that we're in right now, I know this isn't the last thing we have to see. So I understand there's a certain culinary program that has a certain bistro attached to it.
Yeah, we have our own restaurant that's student run here. So I think that's where we're going to head up next, because that's pretty deep. You're going to get to see our kitchens, and then you're going to see, and I'll explain to you what students do to run the bistro.
That's where we're heading next, to the bistro.
Yep.
Okay, we have made it upstairs to the Great Lakes Bistro, where most of the culinary program occurs. So tell me what happens. I can smell something is happening right now.
Our kitchens are in working order right now, Lauren. It's we've got 3 kitchens going on right now. We have all 3 of them are in the south wing of the second floor. So this is our culinary wing. A lot of pride in this area, because we always have cooking classes. We have the baking and pastry classes that are going on. I think that's what you're smelling. You're smelling sugar and desserts right now, because they're making them right now in kitchen 2.
And all of them are my favorite.
And then our kitchen 3 is attached to what's behind us, which is the bistro. And we've had the student-run bistro now since we opened. and it's grown very much in popularity in the city of Novi.
Right. And I've had the opportunity to have lunch here at least 3 or 4 times now. I just think that it's a great thing that the students get to run the entire operation. So tell us about, like, when is it open and how can anyone come to eat at Great Lakes Bistro? And
it is open on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It is open from 11 to 2 p.m. Each day for lunch. I would recommend highly to have a reservation, because anyone can use the bistro, and we do. There's many times where someone came up and did not have a reservation and actually had to be turned away. Pretty limited seating, very popular in the community, and Novi supported this very well. I mean, which has been fabulous. The businesses in Novi know about us. They call ahead, and they're always here. The program itself is kind of unique because the students actually split the semester in half. So half of the class for either the first half or the second half of the semester will work the front end. So they're going to learn all the hospitality, from greeting to making reservations to running the credit cards to bussing tables to being the host or the hostess for that day, and it's all on a rotation basis. But that's the whole hospitality piece, to learn what we call the front of the house. The other half, then, they will switch at the back half of the semester, and they will run the backside. So they're going to be preparing then all the meals that are on the menu. The menu is selected each term, so it changes based on who our chef is. And then they have daily specials that we've gone to that are student selected suggestions. So students will suggest 2 or 3 specials for this week, and they will cook those 3. We have a separate menu that we put up. We put the student's name, we put their description of their meal, and those are things that you can do. Nice thing about the bistro is you can also carry out.
Now that I didn't know. I'm going to have to make sure I get a menu before I leave today.
You can carry out, so if you call and you swing by to pick it up, that's great. We don't deliver, but you can do a carry out here through here, so it's awesome.
Excellent.
It's just awesome.
So not only are the students in the culinary program learning all things to be a chef, they're learning operational, which is very important, especially in the hospitality field.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And the nice thing is, when the patrons come through here and they do any tips that are given, all tips go to the Student Scholarship Fund for all culinary students.
Excellent.
Which is fabulous.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your campus and your programs with us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to getting lunch now. But in the meantime, please visit us at investnovi.org, and remember to come to Novi, invest in Novi. Thank you. I'm Lauren Royston, Economic Development Director for the City of Novi. Thank you.